All right, so we're coming up on the end of the first month of building my bakery. Today, what do we got? We have my architect's coming over, basically meeting with him like once a week for the entire first few months until we finish all the plans. So I think we'll talk a little bit about the aesthetic today, go over like finalizing the floor plan because we just need to do that quickly. And I think that might be it. So yeah, let's get to it. That is the, I guess that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I think we do have room on the left to go in more.
Yeah.
Like but I don't think, I mean, because obviously I think we knew that this was an air duct.
Right.
We couldn't go in more there.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. So we have like a foot maybe over there.
Okay. That might be a useful foot for us to take up.
Okay.
And then that is, oh, perfect.
Yeah, feel free to head on up there. So I don't think that one is load bearing, but I don't know, you tell me.
Let's figure out why they did this.
We can also cut it bigger if you want. I'm honestly, okay,
Yeah.
I'm a little scared of heights, so
Gotcha.
like I cut it and I just like ran back down, so.
Oh, there's some kind of like old PA system back here.
Huh.
There's like a,
The fuck?
maybe for announcing.
Like furniture sales?
Maybe it's,
In a 1,000 square foot.
yeah. It's bizarre.
Huh.
Big old conduit. Okay. Well, it looks like they ran this here probably for this HVAC ductwork, which is likely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's a pain in the butt.
Okay.
But there'll be a design solution of some description.
Okay.
We'll
Do you,
figure it out.
do you think we need to, like, is it, like, let's just live with it?
So, yeah, I think it'll be too difficult to reconfigure the HVAC upstairs.
Okay, because
I
that
don't wanna
doesn't
bring
go
that into the
right.
scope.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, so we'll have to like address that in the way that we treat the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I sort of suspected that might be an HVAC duct, but I was hoping and praying.
Mhm.
So yeah, what we can do. Yeah, it'll be about how we treat the cornice, and you know, at the end of the day, if we have to live with it, it's not the end of the world. I don't think.
Honestly, it's
but-
visually, like, not obvious.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of good to have stuff like that in our back pocket where we can come up with a design solution to make it look better. But if it ends up being like crazy expensive or a pain in the butt, then you know, we don't feel super beholden to it.
Okay.
So that would be my suggestion.
All right.
And then, okay, well, it's good to know. Yeah, we could pull this back a foot, but the alignment there looks like
True.
it's pretty tight to that duct.
Yeah.
So we might want to keep it that way.
Yeah, because it could go in right below this arch thing.
Exactly.
But it would look a little
It would
silly.
look a little silly, exactly.
Okay.
That's my thought. So we'll keep that as is, and then.
Yeah, there's there's that thing, so I
Right.
didn't cut further.
No, this is fine. This is actually exactly what I wanted to see here is this plumbing stack. Oh, wait, not a plumbing stack. What is this? Oh, it's just wood. Okay. Picture that kind of look like a plumbing stack.
Do we need to cut more of that?
No, I don't think so. Let me just feel around. Okay. Yeah, no big deal. Cool. All right.
So not an
Right
issue to make
there.
a hallway there.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that the venting was all set. So, okay, cool. I'd say that's mixed news, right?
Okay.
The only thing that we have to, that's kind of a pain in the butt is that HVAC, but everything else is pretty much as expected.
Okay.
So,
And then this thing, that
Okay.
confused me. Right? That's
Yeah.
just solid concrete.
it is solid concrete.
Like, what is that doing there?
What it could be is. It could be plaster. Looks like plaster.
Plaster? Okay,
Yeah.
instead of concrete.
Um,
I mean, it did
then
kind
the
of cut
question-
easy.
yeah. Yeah, that's plaster.
Oh, okay.
But it could be over. The question then is, what is it around? It could just be
Or HVAC.
more HVAC. Can we go in the basement?
Yeah, that's what I was. Let's see. So it's
Right by the stairs.
yeah, right by the stairs. Is it office? No, that's that wall right there.
Should be coming down.
I think it's this right here.
Holy, oh shit. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that's
Um,
that's like a
I
chimney.
was gonna say it's probably brick that's been plastered over, but okay. Wait, what?
Huh.
Okay.
Looks like it goes all the way up.
Yeah, it does look like it goes all the way up. How is it being? Is this just floating brick?
Huh. Sounds hollow.
Alright, well, my suggestion is we don't ask too many questions about that.
Okay. Does it look different on that side?
And it's just covered by the wood over here.
Huh.
So, all right. Well, this is mixed news
Okay.
because what it means is like we could probably demolish that bump out upstairs because it's not serving anything. Somebody might have used it for running something, you know, up and down through the different levels at some point. But my feeling is that it's probably a big can of worms to touch it.
Okay.
And I don't know that it actually matters that much for anything we're trying to do. We might want to support this somehow, but it's clearly been this way for a very long time. But my concern is that there's basically a brick chimney all the way up, and it's just kind of not being supported. And I don't know how that's working. Brick is what they call a self-corbling material, but I wonder what's going on. And there's another building immediately on the side, right?
You got
Or
like
there's
a
few
you
inches?
got like a foot.
Okay. Before I leave, I might just go and see if there's any evidence that it's moving on the exterior
Okay.
and causing any issues.
Okay.
If it's not causing any issues on the exterior, I think we just leave it untouched.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Solving mysteries one at
Yep.
a time. Yeah, I try to do as much due diligence up front as possible.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're still gonna find something crazy when we, really start doing the work here. But so I wanted to talk about a few things. Just wanted to review the exploratory demo. I need to take a look at the tin ceiling pattern. I wanted to just talk about some plan improvements. So, I was thinking about how we could manage some of this. So this is showing possible expansion right at the back, and I've shown kind of generically, like freezer can go here, storage shelf, extra table, but that's all very loose, obviously. The idea would be that there wouldn't be any like 220 volt big time appliances in the back, but we could also throw in a 220 volt outlet.
Let me just check one second.
Sure.
I'm just curious because I know that, okay, it is a drop ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, and the drop ceiling is not a huge big ticket item. So if we do have to end up like replacing these with something similar or adjusting on that side, shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay.
So I think this is working well. And again, like we can always make the choice to keep that wall. I think we'll want to move the door no matter what. But there are some things to do with ventilation that might come into play too, based on how big we make the kitchen. The other thing too that you'll note here is I've drawn some people here just to give us an idea of how we can improve the layout a little bit. So part of my goal here was to figure out how we can get like we've got a really wide front door. It's like a 4-foot door, which kind of like throws off the sense of scale a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's huge. But having 6 feet basically, like I think we want to have 6 feet down that center aisle. The reason being, people are generally like, we think about them as 2 feet wide. So like you can sort of slide past somebody and have it be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not crazy, right?
Okay, right.
And then 3 feet is kind of ideal. Like you can just walk right by somebody, and it's not a problem. So I'm trying to think about different situations, like different levels of busyness, basically, right? Like because you kind of don't want the cafe to feel, or you don't want the front of house to feel empty,
Right.
when it's a slow time, but you also want it to be still basically functional on a Saturday morning where there's a line out the door. Right.
Agreed.
So my thought here was, if we can get that to 6 feet, and that's 6 feet even with these chairs kind of pulled out, still a little tight, but like but it works, right? Queue can form, people can still exit. And if it ends up being 3 wide here for a short time, not a big deal. Like somebody walking away, somebody walking to a chair, somebody being in line, right? Or 2 people standing next to each other in line. And then these could be just removable stanchions, that you pull out on a busy Saturday morning or whatever. And then so the grab and go fridge is I think located right next to the point of sale, which I think makes a lot of sense. Somebody could go here and then there. I mean, I think ideally it would be located on this side. It could also be switched, right? Like we could put the point of sale over here and ordering over here if you want people to walk by the grab and go first and then order. I kind of don't know. I like both make sense to me, right? Like I think it's just like a preference thing, and maybe it depends on what you put in there. We could also design the counter in such a way to where you could be flexible with that potentially. That does mean that our mop sink needs to move over here, but we do have room for hand sink, 3-comp sink, mop sink, and kind of keeping all that plumbing tight. And then and that gives us some efficiency, because really the plumbed areas are all just located here. We could also switch the mop sink and the hand sink depending on preference. Maybe the hand sink actually does want to be here and the mop sink wants to be there. I was thinking that the mop sink should be centrally located to the building. But the more that I think about it, the hand sink probably wants to be more centrally located to the kitchen, and you're mopping once a day, and the extra 10 feet is probably not a deal breaker. So maybe I would switch those. But that's where I'm thinking. So more in the realm of tweaks. But
do you have the old version?
I do.
Like right next to pull up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious how that hall looks different right now.
Yeah. So I also compressed the hall a little bit to give us up to 5 feet for the grab and go fridge. Now, one of the things that I'm a little bit worried about with the grab and go fridge is how high we can go, because this is sort of under the stair. So we can, measure that, but I think by that point, we'll be able to get one that's at least 6 feet tall, maybe taller. So, but that maybe, you know, I think an average one is probably about 7 feet tall. So that's something that's worth double checking. We can double check. We can double check it now if you would like.
The stair.
Yeah. So it's going to be about 20 feet in from the window.
20 feet in from the window.
I can already tell we're going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hold that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that's great.
No problem.
No problem.
All right, it's.
High as a need. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have dead? It kind of feels like now we're gonna have dead space to this side,
we probably will.
but that's unavoidable.
I think so.
Right.
Like one thought I had was like maybe we could recess under the stairs and create like a niche for the milks and like, you know, water and everything else. But I think the wall, having solid wall space is actually more valuable because we can put a table up against it.
Right.
But that's the thought too. Is, you know, it's the trade-off between seating and other things, right?
Are we accounting for trash cans in front of house?
Good question. No, but maybe that's a good trash can spot. Let's see. So one possibility is